Hello, social media friends. It's Jeremy Rowland, and it is, what is today? Friday, May the 8th, 2026. Welcome to another episode of Driveway with Jeremy, where I sit in my $25 dollar store chair in my driveway underneath this beautiful Arkansas day. The sun is out, no clouds. It's been a busy morning. I'm going at it since 5 o'clock this morning, but I'm going to tell you what's got me going today. And it's got me going. Los Angeles Lakers, Oklahoma City, NBA playoffs. Soft. Soft is the only word that I can give for it. Listen, first off, I'm going to tell you why it's soft, okay? In the game of basketball, you have to control the tempo of the game. You have to control the mindset of the other team. You have to control the entire aspect of the game in order to win. It's all about winning. And anymore, what I see is a whole bunch of complaining, a whole bunch of being soft, a whole bunch of doing anything other than having that instinct to just absolutely ripping the soul out of your opponent and putting them in their place on the bench. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Last night after the game, J.J. Redick, which let me say something about J.J. Redick first. I'm extremely disappointed in J.J. Redick as the coach. I'm going to tell you why. J.J. Redick back in the day when he played for Duke was a dog. When I'm talking about a dog, he was a dog. I'm going to use some Coach J.D. Terminology right now. That boy walked his walk. He drank his yak, and he smoked his stick. That boy played basketball with a dog heart, and he's lost it as a coach. He wants to complain about everything. His players want to complain about everything. Arkansas's own Austin Reeves wants to complain about everything. Here's how you change that narrative, okay? There's 5 players on a basketball court. Each one of you have a set amount of fouls, 5, okay? So 5 times 5 is 25. Use them. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Back in the day in high school, I went to Williford High School. I could not be more prouder that I went to Williford High School. We go down to Biggers, Reno, Arkansas one night, and we're playing a basketball game. Now, keep in mind, Williford, Arkansas was pretty good at basketball back in the day, okay? Before they shut the school down. That's a whole nother rant that I'll have for you at some point during my life. But anyway, we go down to Biggers, Reno basketball. They got one good player. This player comes off the block. He goes to the top of the key. I might have been the only one, but I'm sure everybody else in the gym knows that he can only go right. He can't play left. He can't play with his left hand. He can only go right. He's going to try to juke you off your feet and get you in foul trouble. Well, he did that to one of our big guys. So we get a timeout, or one of our big guys. Now, keep in mind, my high school team was like 6'6", 6'4", 6 foot, and like 5'5", 5'6". Anyway, doesn't matter. We go into a timeout. I tell Coach. Now, Coach and I, we had our times back in the day, different story. I tell Coach, it's like, let me guard him. We was playing a 2-1-2. 2-1-2 zone defense. As soon as he come off the top of the key, I lowered my shoulder. And I rearranged the inside of that young man's body because I wanted him to know that that's only one. I got 4 more to go. And if you're going to come down here, I'm going to make you know that I'm here. I wanted him to know that I was there and that you're going to have to go left. I'm not going to come off of my feet. This is a true story. If my coach, Charmin, back in the day sees this video, he will validate my story that I'm telling you. The point of that was that you changed the mindset of the player in the game. So the Los Angeles Lakers, in order to win this series, now that they're down 2-0, which I hope they just get swept and be done with it, because I'm done with the LeBron era. I'm done with this whole fascination. Do you honestly think that Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, Michael Cooper, and them boys back in the day, Abdul-Jabbar, were going to be complaining about today's play? No, they're not. They're going to return the favor. You have to own the basketball court, the mindset. You have to let the other team know that if you're going to do it, we're going to do it harder. And we're going to run the floor, or we're going to slow the game down. Whatever you got to do to dictate it. Because the reverse psychology of that is is that you have to let them know that you are better than them. You never give up on the basketball court. You might be down 10, 15 points, but you just got to keep hammering. And the Lakers have given up. They had a meeting after the game with the officials. Oh, he's pushing me. Oh, he put an elbow in me. Do it back. You want to win the game, you got to win the game. You got to play the game. Because we thought we were good, back in the day. Another quick story. District finals, Williford, Arkansas. We thought we were winning. We was going to play Evening Shade down there. We wanted to, and let me tell you something. Them boys come in our home. They dominated the flow of the game. They talked their yak. They did what they had to do, and they beat us on our own home floor. And that hurt for a year. The point is, in the game of basketball, don't be soft. You cannot be soft. Don't be sponsored by Charmin. Play the game as hard as you can play it, up and down the floor, dominate your opponent, dominate them mentally, dominate them physically. And the Los Angeles Lakers, you should call Charmin Incorporated today and ask them to put a logo on your floor because you are playing soft basketball. That is the end of today's Driveway with Jeremy. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Friday, a beautiful weekend ahead. I love y'all. I hope you enjoy these. And don't forget to subscribe and like my YouTube and Rumble channel. Started those to kind of share these two as well. But that is my thoughts on the game of basketball. Oh, one more thing before we go. Dear coaches of the NBA, college, anywhere, high school, whatever. But if you're going to be a coach of a team, look like a coach, okay? Look, when you have a player look over at the sideline, how are we supposed to determine who the boss is if you don't look like Phil Jackson, okay? If you don't look like somebody that's wearing a suit with a blazer and stuff like that, if you're blending in with one of your dry fits, how are you going to get any respect? Be a coach. Be a coach, dress like a coach, act like a coach, and teach your kids, your players, like a coach. Y'all have a great day. That is the end of today's Driveway with Jeremy. Sorry.